Hey everybody, it's Kelly Oblak for this week's Stash It Monday. I loved the colors of this inspiration board and used all 4 of those color swatches. And the other thing that inspired me was the circles, so the umbrella, the spools, and that slice of lime there. I did bring those in a little bit. All right, so I am going to use quite a bit of my Amy Tangerine stash of like die cuts and those kinds of things, old papers, that kind of stuff. But the first thing I'm doing here is I'm using a really ancient piece of paper from Little Yellow Bicycle. It's called Cupcake Love, and it's the tonal polka dot side, and it's actually like a little heart polka dot. It's not just a plain polka dot there. So you're going to see me play around with this a little bit. And the card didn't cut quite right, so I was playing around with that. And then I realized that because it's a heart, not a polka dot, I needed to turn it the other way because the heart was upside down. It's a small detail that you might not realize, but when I did, I knew I wanted to change it. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, all right, so I have that cut, and I'm also looking at what I'm doing is I'm looking at the mood board there in front of me. I have my tablet there. So then the thing I realized was that the cup actually is, my hand is kind of facing to the left, and I had the photo on the right, so it would not have looked right, at least to my eye, because the cup would have been, like, my hand would have been facing outside of the layout. So now that I have all that done, that journaling card there that I pulled is from Amy Tangerine. It came from a cut-apart sheet. I'm not exactly sure really what cut-apart sheet. It could be from anywhere. Then I'm pulling some things from Sketchbook there, so that camera die cut is from the, that says remember, is from the die cuts from that pack. As is the sticker is also that you see there, that sticker that you see, plus the paisley sticker are actually also from the sketchbook collection as well too. And those are just from the accent and phrase sticker book. There's a sketchbook, and then that little arrow that's on the pink left is also from there. That paper that I'm working with right now, that heart paper, is from Hustle and Heart, and it's Amy Tangerine Hustle and Heart, and it's the bright side paper. And I liked that because it brought in that really dark aqua. So I'd use the bright pink in the pink of the photo mat. I mean, bringing in that aqua, and I cut it so that I was on the darker side of the hearts, because that's the color and the tone of the aqua in the mood board. Then I went to my stash quickly because I decided I wanted another piece between the hearts and the background paper, and I do have a very dark frame black background on it of the photo, which, because this it went through an Instagram filter, the photo did, and then that color is also one of the color swatches. So I just grabbed a black and white houndstooth paper, and that is from Pebbles Girl Squad. It's the Go Girl paper. And everything is going to sit on that green crosshatch background, that really beautiful, bright, springy green. That is from Doodlebug Designs Petite Prints, and it's the Limeade Gingham Linen paper. All right, now I'm going to these labels, and I'm going to use them, I'm going to like cut them apart. They are from a sheet of paper, an Amy Tangerine sheet of paper, that I'm not exactly sure what it's from. It might be Rise and Shine, but it may not be. It's old. And I really just use this paper to cut things apart. And I often, when I'm scrapbooking with Amy Tangerine, will use these. They tend to work really well with her colors. So I'm just playing around a little bit there with the different labels and deciding that maybe I need a couple of other ones. So I'm going to grab this aqua label. And I'm not, part of it is I'm not liking that camera sitting on pink. I'm losing the paisley there, so I decide to take the green and pink labels and put them on the bottom here because I didn't really, I mean, I could have journaled on the bottom of that 3x4 yes, no card there, but I wasn't sure that I was going to like that. So now I'm moving things around just a little bit. I have that remember circle. And by the way, I told you I was going to bring some circles in. So that big remember die cut is one of the circle elements that I'm going to use. So I did that. And then I moved that do hexagon and the that arrow sticker to the right side of those labels. And then I'm going to ink everything here with my Memento Dewdrop Gray Flannel ink. It's going to help pull everything together since they're not just various manufacturers or collections within the same manufacturer, but definitely even different manufacturers. So it just joins everything together. I didn't ink the stickers just because they're shiny, but everything else I did, or will. All right, so just getting those labels down a little bit here. Trying to decide how I want those to look. And a lot of times I'll do this where I glue from the top down because then I don't have to worry about moving everything. And I know that then the placement is, I only have one thing to figure out what the placement needs to be versus a lot. And I'm thinking right now about putting some twine on that where there's that little hole in that die cut. I'm going to end up changing that just a little bit though, which is okay. And then my ATG wraps funny here, so I need to fix that. It is going to run out at one other point in the video too, but I'm going to just sort of ignore it, and I'll come back and glue things after I'm all done that, you know, I glued things down a little bit, but you'll see me use like my Scotch Quick Dry and things like that eventually here. Okay, so we got that down, and now I'm going to add in that arrow. Again, that's from the sticker sheet from Sketchbook or Sticker Book, and then I'm going to add in that little hexagon from the Heidi Swap September Skies die cuts. That's the one that says do. Ooh, and I managed to get my camera there somehow. All right, so then I'm going to play around a little bit with this cluster at the top. And I like how that brings that camera up there, brings in all the colors of this layout. And the mood board. So this is one of my favorite layouts I've done recently, just because these, that hot pink is one of my favorite colors, and turquoise is one of my favorite colors, and then you add that bright springy green, and I love, love, love it. All right, so then I had these bows that I kind of pulled out to begin with, and then wasn't going to do anything with them, and I decided, you know, I actually kind of like those, and they're great with the colors. So I take two, one a hot pink and one a turquoise, and put them in each of my cluster areas there, so that those are on. And those bows are from the Paper Studio, the Flea Market Fancy Mini Bright Bows, which is Hobby Lobby's paper crafting name. Then I find these pink foam thickers from Amy Tangerine, and they're, I think they're Alex. It's ALYX thickers. They're pretty old as well too, so lots of old things on this layout. The Girl Squad paper, I think, is the newest piece I own here. Those bows, actually, I shouldn't say that. Those bows are newer to me, but you know, everything else it's not brand new. So I'm going to spell out the words pink lemonade here. Now I don't have any N's, so I MacGyvered an N there by just cutting an M apart. And yes, you can tell that I cut it apart, but I really am fine with that. And then I put the top over the top of that black and white paper and determined that yes, I do have the room to actually spell out the words pink lemonade. So I'm going to come back and do that. The story of this is I was on a girls' weekend at a friend's lake cabin, and one of the girls made, we always sort of end up with a cocktail of the year because we do this once a year. This year it was pink lemonade that one of the girls brought it, and I actually took the recipe. I'm not normally a sweet drinker. I like really dry red wines and that kind of a thing. But I ended up I'm really liking this pink lemonade, so I wanted to get that documented. And this, I didn't talk about this. When I saw the colors of the inspiration board the first time, it made me immediately think of this photo because I knew that bright pink was in there, and I knew I had that green cozy on it, and then also that the blue of the lake just sort of reminded me of the aqua color. So now I'm bringing some more circles in. I told you I was going to do that, and I'm sorry I dropped this a little low, so you will be able to see this eventually in all the still shots. I know that for sure. I'm going to add, I thought about green first, but then the green blended into the background. So I'm going to take this aqua doily from Doodlebug. It's the paper doilies in swimming pool. And I'm going to add that doily to both sides of this layout. And there we go. And then just so I don't forget to tell you, in the still shots, take a look because there's a butterfly you can see just peeking above the letter stickers. I meant to put those butterflies on this layout and forgot. So I came back and I added the 2 green butterflies and the one light pink butterfly that was on that sticker sheet. Now I think I just have a couple of the dark pink butterflies to be done. I think I've got 3. So I need to get those on a layout soon. Those butterflies are sitting on the side of my desk because I want to use them up. I like them. I just haven't been able to do that. So they are the enamel butterflies from Chickadee Crafts, the Yippee collection, and they're the enamel shapes. All right, so I'm just going to get my title down here, the pink lemonade title here, and I'm going to futz around with the spacing a little bit as I do this. And I kind of like how that layout is whimsical and not quite serious, because certainly this is not a serious photo. I will come back and do the journaling on the labels and also check off the box yes. So here is the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and we'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!